No refrigerators, no grocery stores, no cooking shows, no Uber Eats. Just raw wilderness, desperate hunger, and the burning question, what exactly did ancient humans put in their mouths to survive? Because here's the thing, when scientists actually studied the diet of our prehistoric ancestors, they found something that will make your stomach turn. Some of it was smart, some of it was creative, and some of it was absolutely, completely, disgustingly shocking. Stay with me, because this gets gross. Before we talk about what they ate, let's understand the situation they were in. We're talking about Homo sapiens living 50,000 to 200,000 years ago. No agriculture, no farming, no domesticated animals. These people woke up every single morning with one priority: find food before food finds you. They were nomadic, constantly moving, following animal herds and seasonal fruit patterns. A bad hunting day didn't mean ordering pizza, it meant going to sleep hungry, maybe for days. This kind of extreme survival pressure completely shaped what ancient humans were willing to eat, and spoiler, they were willing to eat almost anything. Let's start with the obvious one: meat. Yes, ancient humans were hunters, but here's what most people don't know. They weren't great at it. Early prehistoric humans didn't have metal weapons, no steel spears, no arrows with perfect tips. They had sharpened rocks, wooden sticks, and their own bodies. Hunting a mammoth or a giant elk with a pointy stick is not a guaranteed meal. It's a guaranteed way to get killed. So what did they actually hunt? Mostly smaller animals: rabbits, birds, rodents, lizards. Anything they could realistically catch and kill. But here's where it gets interesting. Ancient humans were also extremely skilled scavengers. When a lion made a kill and walked away, ancient humans would run in and take whatever was left. Bones, scraps, organs, nothing was wasted. Anthropologists found ancient human campsites filled with cracked open bones. Why cracked? Because inside bones is bone marrow, a thick, fatty, calorie-dense substance that other predators couldn't access. Ancient humans figured out that smashing bones with rocks gave them access to calories that lions and hyenas couldn't reach. Genius, and absolutely disgusting by modern standards. Now let's talk about something even more shocking: insects. This is where most modern people's stomachs drop. Ancient humans ate insects constantly, not occasionally, not as a dare, as a regular, reliable food source. Ants, beetles, termites, grubs, caterpillars, grasshoppers, all of it was on the menu. And before you say gross, consider this. Insects are incredibly nutritious. Some species of beetle grubs have more protein per gram than beef. Termites are packed with healthy fats. Ancient humans living near termite mounds essentially had a permanent snack bar available year-round. Archaeological evidence from ancient campsites in Africa, Asia, and South America all confirm insect consumption. Today, over 2 billion people worldwide still regularly eat insects. Ancient humans weren't being gross, they were being smart. But wait, it gets worse. Or better, depending on your perspective. Ancient humans also ate rotting meat. Yes, you read that correctly. When food was scarce and a dead animal was found, even one that had been sitting in the sun for days, ancient humans would eat it. Their digestive systems, shaped by millions of years of evolution, were significantly more resistant to the bacteria in rotting meat than modern human digestive systems are today. Studies on gut microbiome diversity show that ancient humans had incredibly robust digestive bacteria, essentially a built-in defense system against food poisoning. They didn't choose rotting meat when fresh was available, but when survival was on the line, nothing was wasted. Not even a 3-day-old carcass baking under the African sun. Now, let's talk about plants. Because ancient humans weren't just meat eaters. They were opportunistic omnivores, meaning they ate whatever was available. Roots, tubers, leaves, bark, berries, seeds, nuts, wild grasses, all of it was consumed. But here's what's fascinating. Ancient humans had an incredible knowledge of their local environment. They knew which plants were safe, which were poisonous, which roots became edible when cooked in fire. This knowledge was passed down through generations, essentially an oral encyclopedia of local plants and their properties. One of the most important plant foods was tubers. Underground root vegetables like wild yams and cassava. Tubers are calorie dense, survive underground through cold winters, and can be found year-round. Anthropologists now believe tubers were actually a primary calorie source for many prehistoric populations, not meat as previously thought. Your morning sweet potato is literally ancient human survival food. Here's another shocking one. Clay and soil. Multiple archaeological sites have found evidence of ancient humans deliberately consuming clay and mineral-rich soils. This practice, called geophagy, sounds insane, but actually makes complete sense. Certain clays neutralize plant toxins in the digestive system. When ancient humans ate plants they weren't sure about, potentially toxic berries or leaves, consuming clay alongside them actually reduced the risk of poisoning. Pregnant women in ancient populations consumed clay regularly. And modern research shows that pregnancy cravings for non-food substances like clay are still common in many traditional cultures today, driven by mineral deficiencies. Ancient humans weren't crazy. They were self-medicating with the earth itself. Now let's talk about something that absolutely nobody talks about: cannibalism. Before you click away, this is purely scientific and archaeological fact. Evidence of cannibalism exists at multiple prehistoric human sites across Europe, Africa, and the Americas. Cut marks on ancient human bones, identical to the cut marks found on animal bones at the same sites, tell a clear story. Ancient humans, under extreme starvation conditions, consumed other humans. But here's the important nuance. Anthropologists distinguish between survival cannibalism, which occurred during extreme famine, and ritualistic cannibalism, which had cultural and spiritual meaning. Both existed in prehistoric populations. This doesn't make ancient humans monsters. It makes them survivors facing conditions we cannot imagine today. Modern humans in documented starvation situations, like the famous Andes plane crash survivors, have made the same choice. Survival is a powerful instinct. Let's end on something slightly less disturbing: alcohol. Ancient humans discovered fermentation accidentally and absolutely loved it. Evidence of fermented beverages dates back at least 13,000 years. Ancient beer made from wild grains, fermented fruit drinks, and honey-based mead have all been found at archaeological sites. The earliest known brewery was discovered in a cave in Israel dating back 13,000 years. Ancient humans weren't sophisticated winemakers, but they understood that certain fruits and grains left in water for days produced a liquid that made them feel good. Fermented beverages also had a practical benefit. The fermentation process killed dangerous bacteria, making the liquid safer to drink than contaminated water sources. Your weekend drink habit has a 13,000-year-old origin story. So let's come back to where we started. No refrigerators, no grocery stores, no Uber Eats. What did ancient humans actually eat? Everything. Absolutely everything. Bone marrow scraped from lion leftovers. Beetle grubs pulled from rotting logs. 3-day-old carcasses under the African sun. Clay mixed with wild berries. Fermented fruit left sitting in a rock pool. And in the darkest moments of survival, each other. Ancient humans weren't picky. They were survivors. Every disgusting, creative, shocking food choice they made is the reason you exist today. Because they found enough calories, somehow, some way, to survive long enough to reproduce, and pass their genes all the way down to you. Next time you complain about your food, remember that. If you found this fascinating, smash that like button and comment below. Which ancient food would you actually try? I'll see you in the next one.